Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 155. And as always, thank you so much for joining me today and listening in. If you are new, welcome. And check out some of the other episodes on the page. All episodes are available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music. So make sure you're subscribed so you can get notified for a new episode every Tuesday, bar from today, which I will explain in a little bit. But here's the thing, boys and girls. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at The Sky Lounge. Stalk me on Snapchat at DA13IG5EUNG. Boom! Let's get started with episode number 155, motherfuckers. The Humid Adventures of EST, aka Eastern Standard Time. Big monthly adventure, Atlanta. Now, boys and girls. Yes, your boy was in Atlanta from Friday to Monday. Well, technically Saturday to Monday, but Friday I was busy with my brother's wedding. My brother Joe and his lovely wife Andrea are now married. Congratulations to y'all. Love it. Love y'all. And thanks, Joe, for having me as a best man at your wedding. I never consider myself a guy who is value to people at times. I feel like I'm kind of a background noise, but I appreciate you giving me that recognition, man. That was beautiful. It was a great time. And that was how my Friday wrapped up, boys and girls. I was in a great mood. I had a great time. And I figured, man, I'm going to get a couple hours of sleep, get on my flight, should be good. And then I realized I had procrastinated on a lot of my review videos for the sports ball, including the Vegas Golden Knights, and had an opportunity, because the wedding relatively ended early, been able to go ahead and rewatch my Los Angeles Lakers. So whilst doing all of that, lo and behold, boys and girls, by the time I get on the fucking flight, it's about 27 full fucking hours since I had any sleep. Okay? I was walking into my flight with no sleep. So I'm already at this point of, oh my God, I don't know where the fuck I am. My brain is like just melting. And with only a 30-minute power nap, more or less, on the plane, I was up for the rest of the flight. And this flight was about 3.5 hours or more, from Vegas to Atlanta. And so, had an opportunity to just scroll through my phone, watch a couple of videos, and maybe start an anime or something. But that kind of went in a blur, really, because, when you're up for more than 24 hours and then you just have a bare break, you're not 100% there, so to speak. So we end up landing in Atlanta, which, holy shit, as soon as you step out the fucking airport, it is just humidity. Like just a weight upon your shoulder and beyond your body, just weighing down on you. And 95% humidity on top of a near 80-degree day was a fucking nightmare. Like, wait, I brought no shorts. Fuck. So that's my instant thought as soon as I'm off the airport. But, the great thing is I'm there to meet family, and they're all there. My cousin, my aunt, and my other cousin shows up for us to all grab lunch, so that's a great time. I brought my mother to the East Coast. She's traveling to the East Coast for the first time ever in her life. So we're having a good time meeting up, eating lunch, and then I figure, man, I can't go to sleep because we're probably going to eat dinner. So I tap my cousin, I say, let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym. And thankfully, my boy, Steven, beautiful lad, love you, kid. He had access to a gym, so we go there. And I get my fucking workout in. I'm feeling good, crapped out at least 2/3 of my usual workouts. I'm figuring, okay, cool. I'm feeling good, feeling a little breezy, feeling a little confident. So we go out for dinner and grab a couple of drinks, right? The family and I. I have maybe like two cups of beer, like 2 fucking pints of beer, couple of chicken, and I figure, okay, cool, man. Like I'm getting my food in. I got my workout in. Like, caffeine should be good. I'm settled. I'm good to go. I should be able to sleep by the time we get home. And no, that's not the case. As soon as I'm home, it's just me lying on the bed, like trying to put myself to sleep for like 3-4 hours and nothing happening. Nothing of that sort happening. Right? And my, thirsty ass is already like, oh my God. I don't want to fap right now. Like, I don't feel like fapping. Like, I had a good old fap at home before I came to Atlanta. Something I'm feeling good, juiced out. I'm like, yeah, I'm like bored. I'm bored. That, the whole thing with thirst with guys. And listen, if you boys out there want to fucking disagree. Fuck you. But the reality of the thirst is this: it's boredom. It stems from boredom. Okay, so when you're bored, you get thirsty, and then you start making stupid mistakes because pussy is the most dangerous, but most addicting drug known to mankind. And here's the thing, boys and girls: my dumbass reinstalls Tinder on my phone. Why? At like 4 a.m. Why? Like, what do you fucking think is gonna happen at 4 a.m.? Nothing. Just swiping through shit. You're like, hopefully I can go to sleep. And I do. I actually will have to run downstairs, take a melatonin, and figure like 4 a.m. is a logical thing to take it now. Could have taken it 3-4 fucking hours ago, but my brain is stupid, right? We're at 24 plus hour no sleep, on top of staying up after a 30-minute power nap and just riddled with garbage caffeine inside your system. So as soon as I take a melatonin, I'm already out for the night. I'm fast asleep. And you now fast forward to Sunday, right? So Friday was a wedding. Friday and Saturday was the flight arriving in Atlanta. And Sunday is my full day in Atlanta. Just full day in Atlanta. 24 full fucking hours. I am in the city, in the state. So what do? Well, we had something beautiful planned. My brain, at least. My brain had something beautiful planned. And it was called the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons in a Week 8 matchup in the NFL. And boys and girls, the tickets were so cheap relative to where I was at in section 124, row 13, seat 11. Very up close, very up front, right near the end zone on the right-hand side of the stadium, if that is a right-hand side. I apologize for my general lack of direction in that area in Atlanta, but hey, gorgeous stadium, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and that was the plan for the day, to watch the Seattle Seahawks, my Seattle Seahawks, take on the Atlanta Falcons. And so I head over there early for game day. Gorgeous stadium, by the way. Shout out to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Absolutely gorgeous stadium out there. Just a lot of fun things out there outside the gates, tailgate, the pregame stuff. The food there is delicious, by the way. I want to say Jacko Ricks. Is it Jacko Hicks? I forget the name of the restaurant, but their pulled pork sandwich and mac and cheese were amazing. And my God, I just wanted their food again. That was so fucking good. It's mouth-watering. But you get all that over with. You head into the gates, and I'm already just touring around the stadium by myself and watching this entire stadium, just how big it was, how massive it was. It was incredible. And all the design and decorations they had with legendary high school players from the state of Georgia. It was great to watch and look at that. And then, of course, my Seattle Seahawks, they're practicing on the field. I'm nerding the fuck out. The Seattle Seahawks organization actually gave away fans a flag for all the 12s, for supporting the Seattle Seahawks, especially the cats who were there early in the practice, which I was one of those folks who was lucky enough to get those flags. So that already had me in a great mood. And you start the game, and it is just a domination in the first half by the Seattle Seahawks. In the second half, it's a different story. Atlanta kind of comes back, but ultimately Seattle grabs a win. I am already the happiest fucking guy on the planet at that moment. My team, my away team, for the first time ever, an away team that I support, have won when I have been there. When I watched the Los Angeles Lakers take on the New Orleans Pelicans a couple years back, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, they lost terribly. It was an awful loss by the New Orleans Pelicans. Delivered by the New Orleans Pelicans, I apologize. And then, oh my God, I think last year in December, my mom and I, we went to the Staples Center to watch the Vegas Golden Knights take on the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Lakers, oh my God, Los Angeles Kings, Jesus fucking Christ. Kids, this is what happens when everyone's in the fucking Staples Center crammed up in there. I don't know what the fuck is what. But the goddamn Kings fucked my Knights 5-1. My voice cracked because remembering that shit was an awful experience. It really was. But for the first time ever in my life, I witnessed an away win by my team. And the Seattle Seahawks delivered such a great win. And I was so happy to see this win. And to see our guys come off the field waving at all the 12s or just waiting there, I'm getting excited. You got guys like Bradley McDougald, Luke Wilson, Russell Wilson, just having a great old fucking time. I'm just nerding the fuck out. And my Sunday it was solid, man. I mean, had Korean barbecue on top of that, so you're already having a great night for yourself. And you realize, the next day you got to wake up. Your flight is at 6 p.m. So if you can squeeze in something for the day, you got to try. And the thing that was so obvious, but wasn't obvious until I got to Georgia, was we could go to Stone Mountain, and it's only a 30-minute drive away from where my cousin's house was at. So we go to Stone Mountain, climb this thing up for about 40 minutes. And I got to tell you, folks, I'm not in shape, but relatively speaking, I have gotten in better shape over the years of just going to the gym and like understanding how like muscles and my fucking body works and shit. But man, I haven't hiked in years. But going up Stone Mountain again, I've done that a couple years back, but like going back up to Stone Mountain, it was a fucking challenge, and I loved it. I love the physical challenge where it was you versus nature. Like, hey man, you are at the bottom and you are going to the literal summit of where you can go right now. How can you fucking get there? Don't fucking quit. It was so weirdly inspirational to just fucking walk up that shit. You're tired, you're beaten up. I'm sweating, I'm wearing my fucking sweat, like fucking Seattle Seahawks sweatshirt, and hoping I get up there. And when you get up there to that peak, it is the most gratifying fucking feeling. I mean, I'm already carrying the weight of my Seattle Seahawks winning on top of getting up to this fucking mountain. And I'm feeling great. I'm like just cloud nine. I'm looking at this gorgeous view and thinking, man, this trip was awesome. This trip was fantastic, right? And, after the mountain, I shower up, get some food, get some grub with the aunt and my mom, and head on back home. Get on the flight, back to Vegas. Arrive here back around 9 p.m. It's back to normal life. But man, it was such a great trip, such a wonderful trip to experience. And, it's out of our kind of monotonous, repetitive nature of living that when we get out of that and when we're able to explore something new, something a little bit more vivacious and what you can do with it, right? I think that's the fucking best way to say it. It's exhilarating, man. It's fucking great. And the crazy part too was I didn't smoke for like 2 fucking days straight. And I actually lost weight over there in Atlanta. And right now I'm gaining a little bit of weight back. And of course, it's not an epiphany. It's more of a simple state of, because I smoke so much and I know the physical repercussions of smoking and what it does to my psyche, I understand that I need to be able to control this shit. And going through this Atlanta trip just made me kind of realize that again. But you know how this shit goes, boys and girls. This is a lot of trial and error sometimes. That's going to be real hard. And it just like that mountain, it is an uphill climb. Whatever challenges you may have, boys and girls. For me, it's weed control. I understand that. I understand the weed control is the impeding factor into which I can, elevate myself in terms of fitness, right? In other words, if I don't smoke, I don't get too fucking fat. That's the best fucking way to say it. But challenges arises in your life relative to your perspective and context, right? I mean, it's all perspective, all context, and it's all based on what you are. But when those challenges arises, I mean, you have to be able to assess the situation and do the best that you can. And from that, it's just trial and error at times. That's what life does feel like. As long as you're not putting yourself into such a detrimental scenario, I think trial and error is okay. And really, man, all I'm trying to say is going through this Atlanta trip was really eye-opening. Shout out to my cousins out there, Steven and Shy. I love you guys. Shout out to my family, my aunt and my uncle who hosted me, and my mom. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And, it's valuing the little things that we know we have, but it's not until we lose it that we know we lost it. So when you have it, you gotta let them know that you appreciate them, like family or anything really. I mean, family really is the main thing here. But hey, other than my weird diatribe and just not following the script, ultimately I want to leave you with this point here, boys and girls. Atlanta was a dope time, but that 95% humidity got me really fucked up. So there you go. And next week on the Sky Lounge, I'm going to have a new episode on Saturday and Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that shit, kids. Folks, thank you so much for joining me this week. Make sure you are subscribed on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music for a new episode every Tuesday. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at The Sky Lounge. Stalk me on Snapchat at DA13IG5UNG. Now fuck off.